So that shiny new game just came out, Cataclismo, and you want to know if it's worth your time, right? Well, let's take a look at the game for some first impressions. Keep in mind this is not a full review, this is a quick look at the game. I played the game for a little over 3.5 hours, so I'll show some footage of the game while describing it and giving a few thoughts on it. In the main menu, there's a few options here. Campaign, Endless Mode, Skirmish, and then there's Level Editor and Community Levels. Endless Mode and Skirmish Mode, I just loaded in real quick and backed out. But you start off with nothing in these two modes and you have to build up and survive. What I played for over 3 hours was the campaign, so let's go over that. There's some story in this game, but it's fairly light. You begin with a single character, and you learn some basic movements while you go find Lady Iris. You click to move your character or characters around, and they get damage bonuses for being a certain height off the ground when attacking enemies. The Lawber gets a damage bonus if they're 4 meters high, and the Archer is 5 meters, for example. Then there's building, which is what you'll mainly be doing. There's stone and wood pieces that you can build with, and what you can build is limited only by your imagination and your resources. You can rotate all of the buildings that you place or the pieces that you build with and remove them to get the resources back as well. Each mission is a level, so it's not just one continuous thing. You can pause time and speed it up, and I pause it a lot. When the enemies come, you can hover over the red symbol and it'll tell you how many are coming and from what direction. For example, I've seen few, dozens, and hundreds as the listed amounts. Building defenses are absolutely vital. The stronger, the better. Stone defenses can get stronger depending on height and items placed on it. You'll always have limited resources and limited warriors, so you'll want to pick and choose your defenses and where to place your warriors. The main character is Lady Iris, and she has special powers and is the commander. Everyone else is just normal with different weapons. The warriors I've played with so far are Lawbers, Archers, and Hogar Captors. Pausing on the gameplay for a moment, at the end of each mission you'll be placed at the war table, and that's where you can select your next mission. You can also use knowledge points to upgrade what you can do, such as more magical abilities for Lady Iris, or upgrades to the other troops, or building upgrades. Back to the gameplay now, the heart of each settlement is the Citadel. If that goes down, you lose, so be sure to protect that. In addition to building defenses, you can build sawmills for wood, quarries for stone, and houses for workers. Also, you'll need to build air filters because the mist causes breathing issues. Air filters and the oxygen supply was the thing that I was nearly always out of when I was playing. The air filters work best high up, and also every single building needs a path to the Citadel, so I was always making terribly inefficient paths using lots of stairs to the air filters. You can build a barracks to train more soldiers as well, but you're limited to how many soldiers that you can have at once. I think it's limited by the number of barracks that you build, but I'm unsure as I only had one barracks at once. With one barracks, the number was 20. How many workers you have at once depends on how many shacks that you build for them to live in. On top of all of that, you can use your characters to explore the surrounding area. There's usually a lot of supplies just laying around, as well as new places to put sawmills or quarries, but you can only build items within your Citadel's range, so you have to build range boosters to build further away, as well as have a character in eye range of what you're building. You'll also find some monster nests scattered around that you can destroy while exploring. Then there's your prosperity level. When you upgrade that, there's more buildings that you can construct. One thing I really liked with prosperity level 2 was the room additions for the shacks that the workers use to sleep in. Build it right on top of or connected to the shack and you get more room. Keep in mind I only played the tutorial missions as well as 1 or 2 of the main missions, so there's a lot more that you'll be able to do and unlock that I just haven't got to yet. If you end up dying during the game, well, you're in luck. Lady Iris has a power to rewind time. When I died, I was able to load various saves, and the latest one I could load was about 2 or 3 minutes before I died. I died because the enemy came from a direction that they hadn't come from before. The next time around I hastily built defenses to stop them and just barely stopped them in time. If the monsters destroy the blocks that your characters are standing on, they'll fall to the ground with the monsters, as well as anything else that needed those blocks to stay upright. So planning your builds and then reacting swiftly to save your characters if need be are needed. I think games like these are highly addictive and fun to play, the type where you just build to survive, and this is one of those games. It's an early access game on Steam, meaning there will be changes and updates and more things added before it fully releases, but this game is still fun regardless of it being early access. Overall, I like this game, and now that I have the basics of it down, I want to see what sort of awesome defense I can build to stop the hordes of monsters. Though that's my personal opinion. Whether or not this is your type of game, I'll see you on the next one.